Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. It has been a minute, and I hope you brought your ticket. I am your storyteller, Kelly, and once again, we are back on the Empress Express, heading ever into danger, which just happens to be eastward in this case. But I'm excited to be back with everybody. Thank you for your patience while we had to deal with a bunch of life-related things and paradox. Because every time we tempt paradox, it tends to hit us. So, we're going to be starting in just a minute, but before we do, let's go ahead and introduce the cast. Once again, I'm your storyteller, Kelly. I use he and him as my pronouns, and I am pretty hyped to be back. But I'm not alone. I am with these lovely femme fatales next to me. Let's start with Christine. Hey, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Dr. Evelyn Taylor, our Society of Ether mad scientist.
Nice. Is it overly hot there?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It is quite warm in here. I have a fan pointed at my feet to try and not sweat my makeup off.
Nice. All right. Next to you, we have Amy.
Yes, the other one who's also melting. I have two fans pointed at me. Hi, I'm Amy, pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I'm playing Chastity, Prudence, Goodwin, the Celestial Chorister / Cult of Ecstasy member. She's fine. Everything's fine for her. No problems, no concerns, zero, none.
No problems, no problems. None at all. But you got strong. That's pretty good. Instant gains. All right. Down beneath you, we've got Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Josephine Carrington, our hermetic Benny-Thersis. Lots of fire.
Lots of fire, and
I'm not flambeau. I swear I'm not flambeau.
You're not. I mean, you're like. I mean, eventually, like, you know.
I'm flambeau adjacent because I believe I made one of my parents' house flambeau.
Oh, okay. So you have a recessive flambeau gene. Basically.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. And finally, speaking of recessive genes, our redhead for the night is Robin.
Hello, yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Darcie Harkness, our Verbena member who had a Sea King. Fuck yeah,
You saw
Sea King.
It. Fuck yeah, Sea King.
Yeah, so if those that watched our little interlude for one of the nights that we were unable to go, yeah, you saw that Darcie was successful. So level 5.
Level 5.
Rattray, bitches.
And you'll have a new resonance, which is going to be off of that list that I showed you, I believe. What's the second one?
It was devoted.
Cool. Static devoted. So add that to your line, please. And before we begin, does anybody have an experience, expenditures, or questions that they would like to ask?
Can you remind us where we were? Because I was sick for a bunch.
Boy.
Yeah.
I know. So folks,
my brain is Swiss cheese.
It's been like 2 months between episodes in real life. Many things have occurred. So thank you for your patience while we were juggling around all the paradox things. I'll give you a quick update of where we were. In the last couple of episodes, you four were split up, paired off with a number of the NPCs. Evelyn and Henry ended up making it through a series of attacks from mummies inside of an Egyptian pyramid, and managed to make their way into the front car, where they encountered one Wilhelmina Barrow, the inventor of the train, and had a little standoff with her and her dead train partner, who had his head cracked in because he was turning into a vampire. Question mark? I'm sure he was. And we ended with a stinger there of her knowing who you were and recognizing that you were, in fact, Dr. Evelyn Taylor. Darcie got a direct encounter with some serpent-like entities that managed to bite a hold of Sam inside of Egypt, and she had to save his life through a little bit of hanky-panky. And then she went on a seeking. And then we ended with that. Then over you two, Chastity went on a little side adventure with... who were you with? You were with Dr. Layla.
I was with Becca.
You were with Becca.
And Trot.
Yeah, Trot and Layla. You were brought in front of the Dark Lord of overly sexy abs, and who said that he'd been waiting for you and that you were the reincarnation of one of his true loves, because if the cliche works, why change it? And then he fed you some of his blood.
Right.
And tried to make things nice by turning Trot and Layla into the long-lost Teddy and Amelia. Unfortunately, he used a version of chemistry that made them copies of the real people, which made them very aggressively pro-you and anti-him immediately, which was the funniest thing that I hadn't expected to have happened in the entire episode. You managed to scare him off. And had to say goodbye to your loves once again as they reverted to their original forms. And finally, Josephine and Beckett went off on an adventure that saw them running on top of a train car that turned into a giant serpent.
And then I hit it with the sun.
And you hit it with the sun because it was like tumbling toward a vortex or something. And you hit it with the sun, got some paradox, and managed to jump into the final train car where you took shelter. And
not kill Beckett.
And not kill
Managed to
Beckett,
get
which
her.
is, yeah, 'cause you have to revise a lot of vampire lore if he dies. I mean, not in my games. I don't use them very often. And in that final train car, the steerage car, you met with that ancient Malaysian or Southeast Asian man who revealed that he was not just any random passenger, but was in fact Vormos, the Grand Harvester of Souls. So, and that's where we left game. No big at all. That is the recap of what happened. Before we begin, I do have to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. We would not be here without Bookwyrm Games and their amazing dice. Not only that, but Bookwyrm Games and Dork Tales recently had a backer kit collaboration that saw the creation of not only some Devil in the Doves inspired dice, but some Devil in the Doves inspired premium D10s that are going to have their roughs up pretty soon, that are porcelain motifed, and they are super cool. I think we're only making like 50 sets of those, and you can get those on the backer kit store pretty soon if you have not already.
Super excited.
They're
Super
really
excited
going to
for
be
that.
really amazing, but more on that soon. If you want dice though, Bookwyrm Games is an amazing sponsor, and they have a ton of different dice sets, including Gemstone D10 sets. Go to bookwormgames.com, use code DorkTales to save 15%, and they ship globally again. That's right. Just in time for America 250, they get dice. So buy $250 worth of dice, please, to celebrate the anniversary. All right. So, folks, we're going to be hopping in just 1 second. A big thank you to everybody who supported us on the backer kit. And, folks, tonight we have a lot to do, so let's go ahead and get to it. And as we do, let's start with a flash forward. The book fell as dead weight from Penny Dreadful's lace-gloved hands. It struck the coffee table like a thunderclap and sent shockwaves out across it that sent a surge of her cooled Lady Grey tea over the side of the delicate porcelain cup. The deluge of creamy brown liquid quickly overtook the coffee table, and she sprung into action, but such a sudden motion with her many layers of clothing only worsened matters and sent Charlie's mug toppling as well. "Shit!" Penny exclaimed as she rushed to grab a tea towel from the kitchen. To his credit, Charlie scooped the discarded journal up quickly enough that the cold bergamot and milk concoction only threatened a few pages in their ends. He stood quickly and looked for something to dab the paper, and was just about to settle for the hem of his own shirt when Penny reappeared in the room with a cloth. He took it graciously and tried to salvage the journal. On the coffee table, Mr. Mistopheles lapped up the cold tea with aplomb. "A bit cold," the cat muttered between licks, "but still good. Though you should cut down on your sugar intake if you want to fit into that dress much longer." Penny heard his admonishments frequently enough that she didn't even bother with a response. Instead, the aging goth held out her hand for the book, and Charlie passed it over. She tossed him the tea towel and inspected the journal's pages, expecting the worst. I think it'll be okay," he said, his voice encouraging as he sopped up the tea. "I don't think it went deep enough and most of the ink didn't run. It's pretty sturdy for a 150-year-old journal." She frowned at his optimism, but soon discovered that he was mostly correct, though a few passages were smudged and most of the book did seem unaffected by the damage. In the midst of one such smudge, however, a single word, a name, lay undamaged and pristine, as if it had fallen onto the page from another book entirely. Penny let out a loud sigh and sank into the sofa, her knees suddenly weak from the aftershocks of adrenaline. "I'm sorry." Charlie nodded in acknowledgement as he finished his cleanup. "It's late. We've been at this all night and we're tired." Penny could tell that he was making excuses for her, but before she could correct him, he had taken the soaked towel and left the room. She heard the sound of the tap in the kitchen as he wrung the tea out so it wouldn't stain. A likely fruitless effort, but one she appreciated all the same. "Penny," Mr. Mistopheles whispered up from his perch on the table, "what have we gotten ourselves into?" "I don't know, Mr. M," she replied with an exhausted shake of her head. Before she could continue, Charlie returned from the kitchen and sat beside her. He motioned to the book. "We should probably wait for it to dry before we keep going," he said, giving an unnecessary voice to an understood reality. Penny nodded in compliance and braced for the words that she knew were coming next. "So, who's Vormos?" In the steerage portion of the Empress Express, the sound of the train fades away from Josephine. Cuthbert Beckett sits against the side of the wall, rubbing his arms and smoking slightly. The sun having just kissed his fortuitous flesh. The carriage is full of passengers, mostly Indians and others heading back to Bombay and places further east. Unnaturally so. Except for one. The old man in front of you. He is ugly. He is decrepit, sinewy. The body of an ascetic, lean and taut, is visible from the folds of his robes. He is bald with liver spots beginning to fleck down the flesh of his scalp toward his throat. But his eyes are granite. And as he looks at you, Josephine, he removes the cover from his staff. What you once considered a walking stick, you now see serves two purposes. It is not simply a cane, but it is a spine, tipped with the skull of a child that he uses as a handrest. The ancient mage looks at you, and then casts an almost playful glance over at Cuthbert Beckett. And can I please get you to do me a favor, Josephine? Do you have the politics skill?
No.
Cool.
Why would I have that?
I don't know. But you can go ahead and make me an intelligence roll. You can add, if you have any hermetic status, you can add that to the roll. But otherwise, just give me an intelligence roll at a difficulty of 5. 6. We'll say 6.
I do have a point of status. Look at that.
Nice.
That I have. Politics I don't, but
Yeah, it happens.
yeah. Difficulty what, sorry?
Difficulty 6.
3 successes.
Vormos, the Grand Harvester of Souls, the Master of Hekalar. One of the most infamous and famous. Yes, because it can be both, can't it? Chantries of, well, anywhere. He is a Chakravanti. Aside from the one known as Senex, he is the Chakravanti. And he is standing, well, sitting cross-legged, actually. A mere 15 paces from you. "You're a hermetic, eh?" he says to you, his voice surprisingly light and lilting.
Before I get into answering and whatnot, I need you to tell me what I know about him, because I have too much metaplot in my head.
Nothing incriminating, aside from being a Chakravanti, has come out yet. Everything that is revealed about him happens in the late 90s when Mark Gillen finds a murdered woman.
Well, I know all that. I just meant like what, because I also know a lot about Vormos, just because I
would
researched
say,
him a whole bunch.
I would say with 3 successes, you know that he is an incredibly powerful necromancer. He is one of the greatest masters of death in the cosmos, and is, I would say this would be like meeting the Grim Reaper. Not when he just wasn't looking for you, like you just like ended up sitting next to him on a train.
Yeah. So like I'm not afraid. I'm just like maybe a tiny bit starstruck-ish.
I think starstruck. I think that this man has an aura that definitely evokes a bit of fear. But I don't.
I just meant like in terms of me knowing him, I'm not afraid of that.
I don't think. No, you would not think that he's not here to kill you. You know, I think that it would just be like an oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But also maybe a little bit of, oh, this is very advantageous potentially.
Yes, a hermetic.
For a hermetic, you keep strange bedfellows. Your friend there. Excuse me, sir. This is a no-smoking car. Beckett pats at his sleeve. Very sorry. I wasn't intending to.
Sorry. It worked, though.
Some great workings were done outside just now. Do you mind telling me exactly what is causing the problem on this train?
Weird illusions. That's, I think, the best I've got at this point. Take, for instance, not that long ago, I thought I was in a pyramid or something.
I can confirm this. I thought I was in a pyramid as well.
Yeah. We're kind of dumped in the same area, which is why we're seem to be traveling together at this point.
I assumed you were not trying to prevent another outbreak of the Masasa War. An illusionist, then. A vampire, Beckett says. A powerful one, an ancient. I'm guessing that you two are well acquainted from the way that you're speaking. And the fact that everyone inside of this room is asleep.
I've heard of him, yes.
Then allow me to speak candidly. Can I get a perception and empathy roll off of you, Josephine?
Yeah. My one dot of empathy.
Yay! Oh my god, someone actually bought empathy.
I've had it for forever, I think.
Cool. Difficulty is 6.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right. You are going to see that Beckett is starting to look kind of waxy. His skin is looking a bit stretched over his bones, and his eyes are a bit sunken. It's almost as if the life energy is being pulled from him, or that shadows are falling more heavily across his face. He looks tired. His voice is starting to slur slightly, just at the tip. He's holding it together well. Ish. I can help you. I can tell you what I know about his kind, but I'm not going to be much help much longer.
No, go on. Tell us what you know then.
He's a member of a bloodline called the Ravnos, as best I can tell. Illusionists, travelers, caravanners, robbers, and thieves. Often acquainted with the Romani, originally out of India or Egypt, depending on the bloodline. They have powers that allow them to speak with animals, to shrug off grievous wounds, and to create illusions, among other things that he could have picked up along what appears to be a very, very long existence. But he will reach into his coat and pull out a small pocket watch, which he'll click open. You do have one solitary advantage over a demigod. It's just past 8. You have a bit of time before the sun goes down again.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably not nearly enough.
We should get you safe. Is this carriage shielded from the outside? The sun?
The drapes have been all pulled.
Okay, cool.
If your friend wouldn't mind, I will hole up in the facilities. With a shaking hand, he's going to try to get up. 1 sec, let me just roll his humanity to see if he can stay awake any longer, because I'm out of willpower. He's going to, wobbly stand up like a man who's just had the flu for 3 days, like a violent stomach virus, is going to reach toward the door to the water closet and is going to fall face first, dead weight onto the ground, so loud and so hard that you can hear his nose break. Actually, wait, pardon me. Back it. So hard that you would assume his nose would break, but he apparently is a very sturdy academic, because I forgot he has Fortitude 6. Fortitude 4 or 5.
The door breaks instead.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
You know what? He's going to bounce off the water closet door and leave a dent in it. This is almost funny, but no one else stirs.
Yeah. Do you mind if I put him in there?
No, I used it earlier.
Okay. I'll go over and I will attempt to drag him into the water closet.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a strength and stamina roll.
Cool.
Difficulty 6.
Cool. 2 successes.
Okay. So you'll basically have to fireman carry him, or, not even underarm carry him, and just throw him in. Now, I'm going to say, the steerage car is incredibly overpacked, and the moment that you open that door, your stomach is going to lurch. I will spare you the details, but I will say that there are, 100 people crammed into a train car with a single hole toilet.
Yep.
It's the worst camping toilet you've ever seen.
He's the one who has to stay in there, and he's dead right now. So.
He's dead. He doesn't have a nose at the moment. So that's great.
Right, yeah. And but it is like fully sealed in here.
It is fully sealed, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you are going to clench your nose, drop him in. He doesn't fall down like the hole or anything. But he is going to land, and he's going to need dry cleaning after this. That's what I'll leave it at.
Fair enough.
And as you shut the door and probably cough, the old man is staring at you. What was your name again?
Josephine Carrington, Benny Tharsis.
Tharsis. The sailors. Yes, I know of you. I know of the sailors. Interesting. Not on the sea right now.
Not for lack of trying.
And where are the rest of your friends, Miss Carrington?
I don't know.
And as you say that, let us go ahead and switch.
Let us find those friends.
Let us find those friends. We find ourselves inside of the engine room. Dr. Evelyn Taylor stands there with her companion, Henry Matto. There's another body there at their feet. One of the men who was in charge of this vessel, a known technocrat, lies on the ground dead, his head cracked in by what appears to be a rather large wrench. Standing over him is a woman that you recognize as Wilhelmina Barrow. After a brief bit of banter between you, she says, I remember you, Miss Dr. Taylor, was it?
That is correct.
I haven't seen you since... It's been a while. He's not going to come back or anything, is he? She looks down at the body.
I don't know. Would you like him back? I suppose we could automate him. Might need to add some pieces.
I'm starting to see why they let you leave. You are a very perverse doctor, aren't you?
Open to opportunities, I suppose.
I appreciate it. However, no. Scientific blasphemy should not occur inside of my engine room. She runs a finger along the side of the engine with...
Is it scientific to consider it blasphemy?
It is in the church that is my engine.
What is the body but not an engine? This one's broken, though.
This one is because I didn't give birth to him. I gave birth to this. This is my baby. She strokes it like, not a mother.
Quite lovely.
I'm going to say definitely not a mother on that. In fact, a little bit of a blush might rise to your cheeks as you see that she's touching it very similarly to the way that you were touching Henry not that long ago. I need you to tell me exactly what's going on there. Shortly, please. Hemivores? Is that what's going on?
Very, very old, ancient, powerful one.
On my
They
train.
took something out of a tomb, and it got out of what it was in.
Well, I just
My
have to be
impression of the thing was that it was meant to be retained, but you know how greedy men are. Especially white men.
Thank you, Henry will say. Great. So you and your manservant are here to, what? Rob me, take over the train, what? No, you're not. You're just
Are we?
escaping, aren't you?
Well, considering that the influence of it apparently didn't extend into here, that's quite useful.
Yes, it didn't. Well, thankfully, the engine itself, and pretty much the majority of the Vulcan car, is completely warded off and aligned to my scientific endeavors. Everything in here functions like clockwork. I made certain of it. When I built this, I aligned it with only the most precious metals, the most
So it's
purified
more
substances.
this part that you care about, it's not the cars. It's just the engine.
The engine is the most important part. It's the head, the heart, the
This is
soul.
true.
No, not the heart, the metaphorical heart.
There's not much point for it, though, without the cars.
You can replace the cars.
Well, yes, but...
The cars were just a way to fund the tracks and the capitalistic endeavor. And she's going to kick him in the... Wait, which way is he facing? He would have fallen. She's going to kick him in the ankle. So, I'm gathering this is the moment where enemies become allies, allies become friends.
Well, I mean, let's not get hasty here.
We don't have much time, though, do we? We're in the middle of... She looks at a readout on some type of ticker tape. Almost like a player piano has one of those spools with the little spokes and the little dots. She starts reading it almost like Morse code. We're heading into quite a bad storm.
Yes, I would imagine it conjured it of some way. Considering the storm of locusts, it conjured as well.
Hmm. Well then, if you want to survive this, we would need two things.
Hmm. And those are?
First, we should probably get a hold of what I'm assuming are your deviant allies. Unless they're dead. Are they dead? That would be very inconvenient for us.
I wouldn't rightly know. I expect not, though.
Good. I would love to get them between us and it.
honestly, putting Josephine between us and it is an ideal situation considering the amount of fire that follows that girl around.
Please don't light my train on fire. It's already suffered
Well, you
enough.
just said you didn't care about the cars.
I mean, I
They can
don't
be
care. It can be
replaced.
it can be replaced, but I don't want it to be replaced. I was
They're already
being
destroyed. The storm of locusts quite broke everything already. I'm sorry, there's blood everywhere. All the windows are broken. Pretty sure I heard an explosion at one point.
fine. Fine.
And I'm not sure what this thing is and what it's done to anything. Who knows? Maybe it's made one, like, car its bloody throne or something. It seems to quite enjoy the blood sacrifice part of things. Piles of bodies. That sort of thing. And it's turned most of
throne.
the passengers into blood-crazed things.
In my
There's dead
train.
bodies everywhere. Yes, I believe it quite has taken over your train.
No one takes
Except for
over
this
my...
part. I know, right? So what would you like to do about it? I'd be more than happy to help you.
Fine. Then... Hold on. I need to make a willpower roll.
It's bleeding everywhere, I'm sure.
You gotta love it when mages pick up derangements. Cool.
And
You can
Evelyn is
see-
happily like trying to stoke it further and further and send her
You know
flying
what?
out at it.
Can you do me a favor and make me a manipulation and either empathy or subterfuge or expression roll?
Okay. So none of those things, because I have none of them.
Is there some? Do you have a skill that you think would work for this besides manipulation as the base?
Let me just look over stuff a little bit real quick. How much would you say that knowledge academics would know the craziness of academia and academics?
I'm just gonna say roll manipulation, but I think
Okay.
yeah. But it was good try. Good try.
Because that's the only thing I can think of is that because I'm deliberately poking her in her weak spot of her passion.
It was a good try, and I respect the hustle, but no.
Okay. Nuts. Yeah, because intimidation's not any use for this, I don't think. I'm not intimidating her. Well, that was 2 10s, so...
Yeah, there we go.
The amethyst dice have not been rolled in a while, so they're
Yeah,
eager
they're-
to roll well.
Fair. You can see that the vein on the side of her forehead is going to throb, going into a near thrombasic state. Is thrombasic even a word? Either way,
No idea, but I get the vibe.
yeah, well, yeah. You could dance to the rhythm of that vein in her forehead. The deep vein thrombosis is coming quick. Pushing her onward toward a stroke, you can see that her pupils are going to narrow with hate. I had to figure out which would they go bigger when you're angry or smaller, probably smaller.
Squinty.
Smaller, right? Squinty, right? She looks at you. I want the box. Bring me the box and I can supercharge this and create a larger safety net. And a death ray. I will build a death ray.
I mean, in that time of... They might fully take over your train at that point. What, to have to design and manufacture and calibrate and...
Where is it? The thing you stole, you still have it, correct?
Oh, I stashed it a while ago. It's not on me.
If you bring it to me, I can get us out of this. And I can probably, and I can probably put in a good word for you back with control.
That could be useful, yes.
Yes, it could. Forgive and forget. Think about it. It's a new world, a new wave for women like us. The Order's going feminist.
Huh. Yes.
Sorry,
that's
the
why you had
Union.
to capitalist to get your train.
I had to spread open my research, not my legs, though, and there's a difference there. I would have rather spread my legs, but still.
Well, if you'd done that, it would be another man's name on the train. That's how the Order works. You can have the idea, but it won't be under your name.
Taylor. James Taylor.
James Morgan.
That's why I don't remember his name. I remember at the party there was someone named James with you. Morgan? The glue guy?
Yes, that was an early experiment, but the last straw that he couldn't even come up with his own.
Fine. Can you stop this hemivore thing?
Well,
Without destroying my train entirely? Or at least my lovely engine.
well, considering it hasn't managed to really touch your engine, I have a feeling not much will. It does appear to be well shielded. So the only problem is that if I go back out there, I believe I'll be sucked right back into its dream. Is there any way I can use my own effects in here?
It depends how far gone you are. If your science is still like mine, it should be fine, but you're... Are you one of
The
those?
scientific principles are the same. I just put it to more interesting use.
Darling, you were an Electrodyne engineer, weren't you?
Yes.
Then I guess it'll be an experiment to see if you explode.
All right, then.
What? Why would she explode? Henry is going to say over your shoulder. For being a naughty girl. He looks very worried. What are you going to try to do?
Trying to think if there's any way, or at least Christine is saying, trying to think if there's any way I can kind of protect myself from getting sucked back into that mental seeing other stuff.
Do you have mind magic?
I do not.
Well, do you have I mean, you could maybe do something with spirit, but you'd probably mind is the only one. You probably need chastity. The person, not the character trait.
The question is, where is she?
And on that note, swapping back, we were inside of a pyramid just a few moments ago, but Chastity, you watched as Teddy and Amelia faded away once again into nothingness, being replaced by Inspector Trott and Layla Haddad, Dr. Haddad. What is Chastity doing?
If I'm remembering, she had basically said something along the lines of "Let's go, fuck 'em up," and turned and started heading towards their original destination.
Okay. So looking at where
After
you...
being, a sobbing, disastrous mess for a couple seconds, and pretending that never happened, while still absolutely tears running down her face.
All right. So, as you say that, and as you turn, you're going to feel a hand on your arm. Small. Layla Haddad holds you by the wrist for a moment. Do you relent or do you pull against?
I think she kind of pauses for a second. Sort of.
You, Chastity. May I?
What?
You have blood on your mouth.
I got it. And she'll start rubbing away at her mouth.
As soon as your hand touches it and breaks the smear, aerates it around, you feel a lurch deep in the pit of your stomach, in that place between hunger and arousal. A place where those two sensations merge together. You want to consume it. You want to devour it. You want to flick your tongue over it, and you want to incorporate every molecule of that blood into your being. How many temporary willpower points do you have?
Temporary?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like, out of
How
my
many-
total, how many do I have
Yeah,
left?
how many willpower points do you have right now?
3. Looks like.
Mm. You can resist. But it is difficult.
I mean, she might start absently, start licking the blood off the hand she used to wipe it off.
The taste that rolls across your tongue is the most fragrant and delicious thing that you've ever had. Smoky and sweet and exotic and yet earthy and... It cuts through your anger, but just for a second. And then your anger comes flooding back like water that breaches a breakwater. And you continue storming off. Trot limps behind, and Layla keeps close, holding the little pistol in her hand that Trot provided her. You are no longer in the pyramid. You are in the between of the cars, moving further down toward the Edward car is where you are right now, actually. The Edward car is the second class car. And if you are correct, and actually, you don't even need to be correct because you have, luckily, you have Mr. Trot with you, which means that he can gesture to the second door. Now, the second class sleeping car, the Prince Edward car, has quite a few rooms to it. The second one in the row is what he says belonged to Professor Heinrich Mueller and Professor Julian Templeton, the ones responsible for bringing that creature onto this train, the ones in the manifest. That would be the one right there. Room 2.
Okay.
If you excuse me, Miss Goodwin, I am a bit of a loss from both being... It has been quite a day. What do we seek to find with Templeton and Mueller?
Well, they're the ones who brought the sarcophagus on board. They might have something to help slam it shut again. I don't know.
And by all means.
I'm sort of expecting they're going to be very dead already. So. Sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. And she's just gonna turn and try and open the door.
The door is locked.
Of course it's locked. Sir.
Inspector Trot will look at you kind of abashedly and will hold up his pistol and will aim at the door, and you are going to see that there is quite, there is quite a quaver in his hand.
You know, maybe just keep that pointed down.
So, I am...
Give me a moment to,
Oh, for God's sake. Layla is going to turn and fire her gun. Is going to cut. Only women can roll well in this game. I swear to God, she's got 5 successes on 5 dice. There is a resounding pang as her gun fires, leaving a puff of gun smoke as it blows the lock off the door. I thought you were a war hero. I didn't fight monsters and witches in the war.
well, there will be no fighting witches. That's wholly unnecessary. For completely unrelated reasons.
Yes.
Right. Door's open. Jazz is going to pull it open.
Cool. Can I get you to do me a favor?
Sure.
Cool. Roll initiative.
Okay.
That is a D10 plus your dex and wits.
Do we don't re-roll 10s on stamina rolls, do we? Only if you have specialty?
Only if you have a specialty, but you will actually reroll that
Oh. Okay.
for some strange reason.
Okay. Well, that's a 10 and an 8. And I add 6. I think.
Oh.
No, wait, no, was it wits and dex or stand? I had 5. Wits was index.
That's a lot.
18 plus 5? Is that what I'm doing?
23.
23.
Ooh.
All right. As soon as you turn to open the door, you are going to hear a sound issue from inside. This horrible, wet, chewing sound. And as the door swings open, it is going to stop, and you're going to smell the overwhelming scent of blood inside. And there will be a snarl, and a slight blonde German man in tattered clothes covered in blood is going to hurl himself at you, and you have initiative. The initiative is going to go Chas, then Templeton.
Okay, here's what I would like to do. I would like to make this thing not actually hit me as it lunges at me, just like freeze, either through some combination of mind and correspondence, maybe.
Okay.
And time. Unsure about that one. But basically very much the cross goes up and there's begone evil sort of vibe.
Okay. You could definitely do a mind too to try to basically like force it away.
Yeah, this is just you cannot approach.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I want you to go ahead and make me an Arete check at a difficulty of, that's 2, difficulty of 4, please. And
I'm
you
throwing
are...
willpower into that.
Sounds great.
Okay, that is 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay, and, oh, I'm sorry. Wait, this is... If this is that type of effect, so then I would have to make a self-control roll against that. Yeah, okay, so that is correct. So difficulty 3, I got a self-control of... Yeah, he was not very composed. Okay, there is going to be a shriek. So how do you do this? You just, like, thrust your cross forward and...
Yeah, this is very much like, plant your feet, hold the cross, like... grasp the cross, hold it forward. Like, it's not like being thrust forward because it's around her neck, but she's like holding it, and then just the other hand goes up and she's like, you, like, evil will not, like, be, like, evil is not permitted. Begone, foul creature.
It is going to hiss and is going to about face and is going to rush backwards, scrambling away from you. And in doing so, is going to trip over the body of the person that it was chewing on. It stumbles. And in its rage, it grasps at something. And unfortunately, one of the things it grasps is the drapes. The drapes pull open. And as it does, the sun, the dawn sun, bursts in, flooding the room, and I have to roll. I have a point of fortitude, so that's good. But as that occurs, sunlight is going to flood the room, and the creature is going to ignite in a conflagration of morning sunlight. The smell of burning flesh fills the car. It cannot approach you because of that. I have to roll for Rattray. I am going to botch. Oh, great. It is going to Okay, I can't come toward you. I can't go away from you. Okay, it is going to scream and ignite, and I think we're out of initiative, actually, because I think it's going to just collapse to the ground and burn to death and become ash and collapse into the carpet.
I think at that point, Chas is going to step more fully into the room that is now full of light.
Make me a
I'm
perception
probably
and
gonna-
alertness roll.
Okay. And alertness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficulty of...
Difficulty of 6, actually. It's very bright in here.
Oh, awesome. That is 4 successes.
The inside of the room is similar to the room that you have seen many of the other passengers that don't have the really nice single bedrooms. There's a pair of bunk beds over on the left-hand side of the room. It is very disheveled. There are men's clothing hanging from various cabinets and closets, ties that have been discarded on the floor, and the body that the man that you think was Templeton, you didn't really speak with him as much as Mueller. The body is most definitely not Heinrich Mueller. The man that was Templeton, you think? The one that just attacked you? Burns away to ash. His clothing is singed, but otherwise, he seems remarkably unharmed. The body on the ground is a woman's. One that you will recognize almost immediately as Isabella Harker, the Irish journalist. Long strips of flesh and sinew are torn from her shoulder. She is breathing in ragged gasps. Her eyes are open. And you suddenly have a flashback to a time when you were a child. And you watched your father, uncle. You can't remember who they were hunting. You saw them hunt a deer. The musket shot, it hit high, too high. It shattered the deer's spine, but didn't kill it. And as they approached it, its legs were splayed out beneath it, and it tried to run away, but it could only move its neck just a little bit. And it stared outward with an unfocused horror. Miss Harker has that look.
I think Chas is going to kneel down next to her. And I'd like to do 2 things. One is to see if she can glean from her thoughts what happened here earlier. And the other is to then basically just pull the plug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an narrative check at difficulty 5.
And I have a mind specialization in mind reading, if that would apply here.
It allows your 10s will reroll, and will count as 2 as well.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that was 2 10s.
Okay.
So that's 4. If they
Yep.
count as 2 for specialty. Okay.
Yep.
And then I have
And they re-roll as well.
another. Yeah, I re-rolled those already to get those.
Okay.
And then 1, 2 more. So 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to know?
Okay, so just so I'm understanding this correctly, so there was Templeton and then there was Mueller, were the 2?
Yes.
Okay. We don't know where Mueller is, though.
You do not know where Mueller is at the moment.
Okay. I want to try and see if I can go get information from when, I guess, Isabella entered the room, or like if Mueller was there.
You are going to get a ton of information. So I am just going to give you like some snippets and flashes, but basically, you are going to see flashes of Isabella Harker being looked down on by the men in her office, working as a secretary, even though she has all of the credentials that she needs to actually pursue journalism. How she took her savings, some of her mother's, some of the inheritance from her mother, and went when she decided that she would self-fund. She'd write as a man if she had to. She went on the road. She found a number of tips. Stories of mummies were big right now. So why not travel to Egypt, see what you could do? She met up with Mueller and Templeton as they went down to handle transportation of something from an expedition that they were uncovering. They'd been in contact with a group of archaeologists who were willing to transport a sarcophagus down into India for a very generous donation to an archaeologist fund. You can hear the clinking of glasses as Isabella is sitting across from Templeton inside of the bar car. Although she's a competent journalist, she's not above using her feminine wiles to make someone convinced that she's more interested in them than their story. And Templeton folded like cheap slacks. The clinking of glass and the whiskey, and she smiles. And she said, "So who is this benefactor?" I am not quite certain who they are specifically. An Oriental fellow, if I'm not mistaken. A collector of antiquities. It's just me. You can give a name. Someone named, a rich magnate named Z. Howe. Is that spelled with a Z? Yes, I think it is. They continue to talk, and then the chaos begins. The locusts. Running. A wealth of baggage handlers and porters with long fangs. Harker manages to push them off with parasols and what she has on hand. A very sharp letter opener turned out to be very useful. But as they were seeking shelter, the door opened a scant few minutes ago, and a gorgeous man that you will recognize as the Dark Pharaoh, the one who fed you. And as you see him in her memory, your heart is going to skip a beat. Timing, this would have happened only a moment after he left you. Mueller is inside of the room with them. And he reaches out and palms his face and grabs him by the hair and drags him. He speaks in a language that you don't understand, but you already know the word's meaning. Something akin to, "You'll do." And with a ferocity, he grabs Templeton, and like someone crushing the juice out of a grape, in seconds has sucked every drop of blood from him. Absent-mindedly, he puts a drop of blood on the man's tongue and throws him on top of Miss Harker. And then pulls the door shut. The bites are painful. She did not have the luxury of the kiss for some reason. That orgasmic state that vampires apparently gift. For her, there was only pain. What do you do?
Well, that gave me way too much information and not enough at the same time. Let's
Oh, feel free to
continue
ask
with
some
your plan.
questions.
No,
Okay.
that's good. That's like, I think, a good rundown of what she would have been looking for. But also she's a little incensed, I think is a good word there.
Incensed is a good word,
That
yeah.
This guy apparently immediately laughed and fucked up these people's lives. Right after she just got away. So also it doesn't seem like he left, so I
said he left the room.
Oh, I thought you said he pulled the door closed.
Yeah,
like it
as he
sounded like he was still in
left.
there.
As he left.
Okay. That is a very good thing to specify.
Yes,
because
sorry.
it
No, he
seemed
dragged Mueller off and left.
Okay. So Mueller was in the room previously.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we've learned what we need to learn then from this room, and that is that we're going to just, unplug this person's brain with magic as if she was already just dying. So
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you're going to use magic to do this.
yeah. But she's gonna just put her hands over her like the eyes to kind of close them to make it look like, oh, she just fell asleep.
Okay.
Or she was
then-
already dead.
Sure. Go. Okay. Give me a. Let's do some. Mind 3 Prime 3 is a nice easy way to do it. Or Mind 2 Prime 2. Mind 2 Prime 2 would be enough to do it. It's a little psychic bullet.
Yeah, basically.
Almost like one of those cattle prods.
Yep. And if she's putting it over the eyes kind of thing to close them.
So let's see, that's going to be difficulty of 3.
Okay. Since this is not mind reading, I'm guessing I don't believe my specialty applies.
It does not.
It doesn't seem to matter. That's still 5 successes.
Oh, boy. Okay. Her body is not even going to stiffen. It is simply 1 minute she's there, and the next minute, she's not. Is she...
She's
Layla
gone.
will say. At least she wasn't changed into one of them, Trot will say.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's got much of a preference on that one. Or had.
Okay. All right.
Never mind.
We need to regroup. We need to find the others. We need to make sure that everyone is all right. I know that as long as your friends are with Mr. Blackwood and Mr. Matto, they should be safe. I haven't the foggiest idea what might be happening to Miss Carrington, though.
That's a great question, but I sort of assume she's fine.
I may be rattled, but there are footprints in the hallway that are leading frontward. I do not think that we are equipped to meet with the perpetrator behind all of this at our current state. It would be wise to
No, you're
retreat
right.
and regroup.
Well,
Well, as well, Layla will say, we should probably try to get all of the windows working. That seemed to be quite useful.
you know what? Yes, let's just, I guess, find the others.
Capital idea. Aren't you glad you're with Mr. Trot and not with Mr. Blackwood?
What?
Because he's been so useful. Shh. Layla is going to whisper, the sarcasm dripping off of her tongue. Let's go
It's
and try to
yeah.
survive.
That's the best idea I've heard yet.
And as you leave the room and start to head toward the back of the train, I think that's a great time for us to take a quick break. Folks, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're not going to talk to the chat because we have to do a couple things before the end of game. I will say, real quick, don't ever run a game on a train and split the party 4 ways on the train, because then you'll have to make entire charts to yourself to remind you of where the vampire is and where all the characters are.
At least for me, it's really easy. I'm at the very front.
I know. For you and Jen are the easy ones. It's like,
Which is like,
yes, you are there.
Oh, thank
you
God,
are
I know
there.
where I am.
Right?
I think we're at
all
each end of the train.
Yeah, you are literally, and it's like,
So all I need to do is like find a way to get a message to Josephine and then put a shield up.
I
And she just
think.
goes,
Hey, if you want to bring up that first point in front of Wilhelmina, that would be great. But without further ado, let's hop back into game.
I can remind her of the Crystal Palace. What happened there?
That's not what I meant. I meant about just getting some communication going.
I thought you were talking about me poking her into further madness about destroying her train.
Oh my God, she's got obsessive compulsive disorder, like the derangement, or power object fixation train, or nymphomania train. I haven't figured out which derangement. Maybe all of them. It's World of Darkness. Power object fixation. There we go. All right. So let's hop back in. There's no longer the inside of a temple, a pyramid. The hard sandstone no longer chafes at your knees, Darcie, as you awaken from a brief slumber. Instead, something beautiful. A shaft of sunlight breaking through the shutters that erected themselves around the observation room. You find yourself there on the floor, curled up next to Sam. Your back pressed somewhat uncomfortably up against a blue velvet-lined reading chair. For a moment, it's almost like last night only consists of one memory. Your seeking fades away, and only the smell of sweat and fabric fills your nostrils. What do you do?
I think she's briefly going to take a look at Sam and be like, oh, that happened. And then remember why it happened and make sure that Sam is in fact alive because of why she
So
popped
I'm picturing her arete, her popped her arete. That's a thing now.
Popped her arete,
I'm
yeah.
picturing that he's like Harrison Ford in Temple of Doom naked. Like, you know, just like he's still got pants on, but like he's got that like that fuzzy chest exposed look, you know?
Yeah.
And is just laying there, and I'm a bit like, so you're like what, like putting your head against there, like feeling him up?
Yeah. She's like, put her hand to the chest and like fingers to the neck for pulse, trying to.
Hey, let a guy recover before another round. What?
You're feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty damn good. You?
I don't know why I'm blushing like a schoolgirl right now, but cause it's just us alone, and definitely.
Well, that's the best time to do it. The blushing, I mean, I guess both. Well, Miss Harkness,
feeling-
what?
I'm feeling pretty amazing now that you're okay, and
Good. I was a little worried about the tears. They were kind of... I mean, I'm a little rusty, but I didn't think I was that rusty.
I wouldn't know.
Oh. My lady, are you okay? Is everything not too, I wasn't too,
I'm not sore, if that's what you're asking. I think just like
I
a
don't
good kind
know.
of sore.
okay, a little, like, you know,
A little.
okay, good. I mean, just, you know, the right amount.
Yes,
A good,
you were
a good,
a good amount of sore.
excellent. All right, good. Then we're on top of it. I mean, you were on. What time is it? Are we dead? We're not dead, right?
I
So
don't
that
think
means
so. We're not dead.
we're in the observation car.
Yeah, were you in you were in the pyramid as well, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I got
Okay.
bit by a snake or something?
I thought there were bugs.
A bug?
Snaky bugs.
I got bit by you know what? It's kind of fuzzy. You... Did you use sexy witch magic on me?
I mean, if you want to call it sexy, I wouldn't say no to that.
I don't know what else to call it.
I mean,
You know,
things have
you-
certain power. Rituals have certain power, and
you know what? You keep this behavior up, Miss Harkness. I might think you actually got a thing for me.
I do believe I wrote you a letter, Sam. I do think I have a thing for you.
The letter, yeah. You ever, yeah. As much as I'd love to keep this conversation going, what do we know right now? Monsters, they fuck with our minds.
Mm-hmm. Wants to drink your blood.
Okay.
Make more monsters.
And monsters don't generally like the daytime.
Yes, we probably are a bit... we're probably safe to move around as long as we undo window coverings.
We picked the right room to do that in.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
this would be-
spare light in here.
Yeah. I know the world is like, well, not the world, but I know the train car is like world-ending monsters to deal with, but oh, I really want to do it again.
It's tempting, but we probably should make sure your friends aren't dead.
I
But then again, I mean,
Speaking of That.
Henry's with what?
Hmm?
I mean, Evelyn's probably fine. Henry's there. That guy's bulletproof. Not literally.
Hmm.
I don't think. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was saying, speaking of that, I wonder where my cat is. He was with us. Bran, are you around here?
Trying to cover my ears. You'll hear the cat yowl from the opposite side of the observation car. And my nose.
Sorry?
It's fine. There aren't any of the monsters here.
Are they stronger in a certain direction? Can you smell through the doors?
I don't smell much ahead of us. And nothing's been banging on the doors. Well, that's not true. Something was banging on the doors to the south. My suggestion is we don't go south.
No, that's probably not a good idea. So we all left the train at the same spot. But we're in different spots, obviously.
Aye?
So the monster probably dispersed us along the train. So one would say if we go one direction, we'll probably meet someone.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, we were headed... God. If... We want to make sure the train's still running, alright? Last thing we want to do is get stranded in the desert with this. We need to make sure that we get to a... Shit.
Yeah.
Do we want to get to a city? Look at how much damage this thing has done on just a train.
So then we need to either... So we need to make sure we either stop the train and deal with the thing before we get to a city, or we get close to a city. But you're right, it would do so much more damage in a city.
Yeah, but there might be reinforcements there. No. What? Great. Great. Leave it to us to have to pick up someone else's mess.
Welcome to being a woman. It's kind of what we're supposed to do. Though, the women that I tend to keep company, we tend to solve things with fire, which honestly I think would work well for these monsters.
You want to light the train on fire? Sure.
Couldn't
Do you
help.
want to walk all the way to Basra through the desert with all of the Bedouin raiders and things like that there, or sand people? I don't know if whatever.
I mean, we get to the engine, we light the rest of the train on fire, we take the engine to the city. Engine is north. So we go the right direction and we find Evelyn, Chastity, Josephine, Trot, anyone else that's still alive.
Engine is north. Engine is that way. Is there anything else I should be aware of, by the way?
What do you mean?
Anything else weird that I should know about?
So the people that run the train kind of are hunting us a little bit. They're looking for us. They don't need to know that we are magical.
Can I ask the stupid question, or do you want me to save it?
Ask it right now. It's probably best.
Why are you on a train with people hunting you?
We didn't know that when we booked the train.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, fine. That makes that's better.
I will, like, we didn't willingly go onto. I mean, maybe there were signs, but I didn't see them. We needed to go to India, and this was the fastest way to go.
I get the feeling that all of your trips probably go like this, don't they?
They tend to, yes.
Yeah, I remember the boat. He's gonna get up and button his shirt. All right, I have 13 bullets. And you know what? I didn't expect that I was gonna need more than 2 revolvers worth. My luggage is, unfortunately, that way. He points his gun south. Might be some soldiers, some of the train guards or something like that we could loot. So I've got this, and you've got your witchcraft.
Pretty powerful stuff, though. Don't say you were dying. Weren't you back?
Listen, doll. I wouldn't be the first guy that was brought back to life by that. Okay? By, a woman's affection.
Affection.
It was, I was affected.
Well, you affected me too.
One moment, I have to check for something. Yeah, he gets kind of a boyish grit, and actually, like, you're gonna see, like, he's got tanned skin, like, he works outdoors a lot, there's gonna be, like, a little hue across his cheeks for a sec that you're gonna see in a shaft of light. He's gonna, I mean, good. Well, Miss Harkness, shall we try to survive so we can do that again? He offers you a hand.
I don't think I've ever felt the need to live more. She'll take his hand.
Okay.
I hope you do know that I'll be expecting a good proper date as well after this.
Or the payoff.
Want.
I thought you were gonna say if I survive.
No, if you want it.
I could do a date. Your friends aren't gonna get weird, right?
You'll have to be more You'll have to be more specific.
Fair. All right. Me first.
All right, gun first.
Gun first. Besides, if I get hit,
I'll just bring you back.
it seems like a good trade.
Yeah, just don't outright die. I don't know if I can bring you like fully back from dead. I can probably do, the dying, but like don't get fully.
There's a euphemism in that, but we don't have time for it. Let's go.
All right.
And with that, you push forward. You burst into the next car. It's a baggage car. There's no one inside of it. And yet the room smells like... It smells like awful. Bran is going to let out a low yowl as you head into the room and is going to say, bodies in the mailbags. Oh, yeah.
Dead? Okay.
Hey, Stud Muffin. Over there. He's going to gesture, and there is a discarded rifle on the ground. Thanks. Cat.
His name is Bran.
All right, Bran Flake. Wait, hold on. Is that an anachronism? I gotta double check this. Hold on. Bran
Sam accidentally invents bran flakes.
Flake.
I mean, I have a feeling stud muffin wasn't something they said in the Victorian era either.
Oh, no. He's 20 years early for Bran Flake. I'm gonna allow it, though.
But apparently not too early for stud muffin.
No, it's never too early for Stud Muffin. Never too early for Stud Muffin. I'm gonna have to clip this. All right. Pushing forward through the next car, you will find an incredibly well secured iron door. It is flush and built, riveted in to reinforced hardwood on either side of the train's frame. And in the wood next to it, you are going to see there are scratch marks, like someone desperately tried to burrow in, as well as some macabre leavings. Bits of flesh and blood from where they tried to scratch in too deep. But there are no bodies. There is nothing here. Aside from a pair of bloody footprints, long since dried.
Leading which way?
Leading into the room.
Female? Male? Big?
Healed.
Healed.
Probably female. Feet are similar sized ears. This should be the engine room. Now, how the hell do we get in?
I mean, there's bloody footprints going into that. Maybe someone's alive. Maybe if we knock.
Sure. It's going to be that easy.
Listen, I don't want to go break down the door. That door apparently is very good. Let's not blow a hole in it. We might need it later. And Darcie's gonna go knock on the door.
And on the other side of the door, are you going to give me the box or not? Wilhelmina says to you. If we have that, we can supercharge this. We can get out of here, and then you can blow the rest of the train if you have to.
What about just communications so I can contact the rest of my people in the
Communication? What? You think it's going to be that easy to find your friends?
Yeah.
They're outside.
Hello?
Can we hear muffled?
It'll be, so you'll hear kind of, there's that box next to the door. Press the button. Evelyn, do you press the button?
Sure.
On the other side, next to the door, there is a cone just above it. And as you press the button on the other side, there will be like a very sharp and then Evelyn's voice is going to come through sounding kind of like this.
Hello? Closed for business, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I told you, Sam. I told you it'd be that easy. Oh, it's knock on the door. Evelyn, is that you?
Tell them to press the button.
Press the button.
There is a button.
Oh yeah, Darcie was now fully just speaking into the cone. Oh, sorry. She'll like yell like I probably can't hear it. Press the button. What? Is this thing on? Is this what is the button doing? Is that transmitting my voice?
That is correct, Darcie. That is how the science works, yes.
Great.
Oh.
It's Who's outside? Monsters?
Hmm.
No.
Well, maybe to you, but...
The Irish. Yeah, of course.
I heard that. If you weren't out of
was still holding
safety,
the
I'd have to kick your ass. I'd have to kick your ass for saying that. But could you let us in, please?
How do we
Evelyn
know
will
that
just-
they're...
Start casually opening the door.
Okay, it's basically like a bulkhead. There's gonna be this horrible...
Just like, move that, move that.
Yeah, there's cranks and like it's an well, like it's not etherite. It's a order of reason train car. All right, the door is going to open, and can you do me a favor? I need you to make me a perception and alertness roll at a difficulty of 7.
Who? Both of us?
Nope, just Evelyn.
Oh. I forgot to ask what Darcie was wearing when she woke up.
Does detail-oriented apply?
It 100% does.
And you said difficulty is 7?
Difficulty of 7.
Cool.
Now, as the door opens, you're going to see Darcie and Sam standing on the other side, looking very disheveled.
6.
Obvious. 6 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will
Like
say that
six.
they are very disheveled. How dare you, Robin? They're very disheveled, as you would expect from this circumstance. There are vampires running around, killing people. They're having to fight for their lives. Sam has a new gun. It's a rifle. It's pretty cool. Fighting vampires does a lot of things, but it doesn't make you misbutton your shirt like hers is. Nor does it usually give you that smell or that hairdo. And
Evelyn's
given
eyes
the
will just flick down to the button back up to Darcie's face, and she'll sniff a little.
also, you will be able to notice very succinctly that Sam's trousers are unbuttoned at the crotch.
She's gonna look him right in the eye, flick her eyes down, and flick her eyes back up.
What? Ah, hell.
Have fun, did you? I could
Where did you find the time for that? Henry will say.
especially in the middle of a vampire apocalypse.
Sam was
Priorities,
dying.
Darcie.
Sam was dying. That was a priority. My people, it's very important magic.
This is why the Irish
Science.
keep breeding like bugs. Even at the worst of times, they still have time to fornicate.
Yes. Well, if you want to piss her off further, your train will just get further destroyed. Honestly, she has quite a temper on her. You know Irish and the redheads.
Flaming.
Yes.
I had an idea about that as well. Just like
Kind of like quietly.
Let them in here and shut the damn door. And wipe your feet. There is a little rug on the inside for you to wipe your feet on.
Evelyn will look at the pool of blood and the dead body on the floor and go, "That's a priority."
He brought that with him.
Well,
now,
yes,
if I
it's
get
all over
blood
the floor
from
now.
stepping on him, though, that doesn't count.
Try to avoid the corpse.
All right.
Shall we just push the corpse out?
I was gonna say we could just move the corpse out.
Yes, that sounds good.
Evelyn will look at Sam.
Darcie will look at Sam.
Henry, grab a leg. The two men will grab this man by the arm and the leg and give him the heave-ho and just kind of huck him back into the next. The technocrat hits the ground like literally a sack of potatoes, and there is a resounding crunk as his neck bends to the side at an awkward angle that only a falling or, propelled corpse can do.
Oh, did he have any ammunition on him?
Evelyn
No.
will take a great deal of satisfaction in the male technocrat getting tossed.
No, he was quite useless in the end, Wilhelmina will say.
I did tell you we could make him useful.
We are not raising the dead.
Wasn't
There's
gonna
enough of
raise
that
the
going
dead,
on
Just
in the
use him as an ultimatum. It's just pulleys and levers, essentially. Springs and whatnot. It's all tendons are.
Can I get everyone here to do me a favor and make me a perception and awareness roll at a difficulty of 6, please?
Does uncanny instincts
Yes.
or resonance apply? Okay.
Uncanny instincts absolutely applies. Oh my
And you
god.
said 6?
Difficulty 6, but good luck.
Does detail-oriented apply at all?
Yes, it will.
Oh, sweet.
My dice apparently have not missed me. Because that's all like a bunch of 3s and 2s, so 1 success.
Cool.
Of
I
8
got
dice.
6 successes at difficulty 8.
I got 8 successes.
Okay. Damn. I was doing
I love
so well.
exploding 10s so much.
It's the best. It's the best feeling, really.
I just need to buy all the specialties all the time.
Yeah.
So as the two men throw him out and start shutting the door, it's going to swing. It is swinging shut, and as it is, Evelyn, you're going to realize that you are here. Henry is here. There were 3 people in your party, weren't there? Well, people is a strong use of the word. Where is Marrow Taster?
Oh, that's accurate. Actually, where is he? Is he...
And-
Taster, are you in the body?
And as the door shuts, you are going to see a desiccated rat posterior crawl into the man's mouth and down his throat. As the jaw unhinges with a horrible crack.
She's gonna push the button on the thing.
No automation without me.
I'm gonna roll to see if the button's stuck on the other side. It did! It actually did! And you're going to hear a voice echo out of the man's throat as the door shuts.
You can't stop me.
Lions.
Marrow Taster in body. Oh my god, he has a mecha
Sorry.
now.
Okay, no. You need to read what Jen just wrote in our private chat, because it's...
new skin just dropped. Oh, it's a legendary too.
Sometimes my brain functions in weird ways, and sometimes it just functions in great ways.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which this is.
This is great. All right. So,
Great.
I don't want to know what any of that was, do I? Wilhelmina
No.
Barrow says.
Just an experiment.
This is why you were evicted from the Union.
I don't believe I was evicted. I'm pretty sure I left with a very solid, makes a very rude gesture.
Fine then. And you,
So
What?
yes.
none of your witchcraft in here. Don't point your finger at her.
Okay, big fella there. I can handle myself.
Oh, how
I won't be
are
doing
we
any
getting to the
we-
others?
Yes, we need to figure out
Actually,
how
where
to
are
talk
the
to them.
others?
I
Did you run
I
across
didn't-
them?
No, ended up in the observatory.
Hmm.
Which, if we're making sort of any sort of strategy, that has a lot of windows, so that could be potentially very useful.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh,
What?
Why, your friends. If they're still alive, I'll just... Hold on. She steps over and opens a closet. It's basically like a gilded metal closet. And you're going to see it's full of wires. And another one of those cones.
I asked if you had a communication system.
And then someone knocked at the door. I got distracted. I thought it was hemovores.
You think they
What?
would knock?
What's a hemovore?
Vampire.
Oh.
Heme, blood, vor, eat.
I thought they taught all of your kind Latin. Wait.
No, I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Gaelic.
Yeah, I speak Gaelic, not
Gaelic
Latin.
isn't a real language.
Darcie's gonna start cursing at her in Gaelic.
It's all right.
Someone...
Darcie. The Order of Reason have very narrow minds.
Very.
You know what the difference between our minds and your minds are? They work.
The lack of ability to extrapolate, or
Extrapolate this, and she's going to plug one of the wires in. And meanwhile, at the very far end of the train, you are going to, what was the, let's see, it was, we don't know where your friends are, etc. Sitting with Vormos at the back of the train, suddenly there's going to be a horrible and startling noise that sounds like an alarm clock going off. Ding, 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 ding. It's muffled.
What was that?
It's coming from that box over there. Vormos looks, and sure enough, there is like a little closet about the size of what we would consider like a fuse box in the side of the wall next to the door.
I'm gonna go over and investigate it.
As soon as you pull open the cabinet, you will see what looks like a very small phonograph year. 1877. We're good, guys. We're good. Also, I'm pretty sure that you listened to a phonograph in Oscar Wilde's place.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure the technocracy could have slightly advanced.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Well,
just
also the
like,
telephone was 1876. So what is that, a telephone? You've heard of these before. There's a telephone. A little cone about the size of a drinking glass is mounted on the inside of the train?
I didn't know this place had these. I'm gonna answer it.
Hello? Are you alive?
I think so. Yes. What? Who?
Is this the reality deviant known as... Let's see, no accent, not Irish. Don't detect any Catholicism in you, or Protestantism. Is this Miss Carrington?
Who's asking?
Hold the line. I found one of your.
No, we were on the train, all of us, who we are.
No, but you introduced yourselves to me, and if one of you is a reality deviant, then I can only assume that the rest of you are as well.
He's not. Darcie's gonna point to Sam.
Yeah, I'm not. What am I not? Don't worry about it, Sam. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not. It's for you. And she thrusts the handpiece over toward Evelyn. Give me a second. And then we are going to cut to as Chastity. You are wandering backward, making your way through the cars on the way back toward the back of the train. You are in the cargo room where the sarcophagus was. There is nothing inside of this room, at least no one inside of it that would, potentially, murder the hell out of you right now, which is very useful. But as soon as you enter, seconds go by and it's almost as if an alarm is going off. A panel in the wall is vibrating and ringing.
I think when she gets over the shock of suddenly hearing alarms ringing, she'll go over to the panel.
Is that a telephone?
So it would seem.
Do you open
But
the
who's
panel?
calling? Yeah.
Ring, 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 ring. Do you pick it up?
Oh, yeah.
Hello? Are you alive?
Presently. Are you?
Ah, yes. Miss Goodwin, right? Mm-hmm. Great. Wonderful. One moment, please. Hold. She clicks a couple of other buttons. And suddenly, you are in one of the world's first, well, the technocracy's been doing it for at least a decade, but one of the world's first conference calls. You're all patched
Hello?
through. The connection's
Hello?
surprisingly good.
Hello, Chastity.
What's
we're-
going on?
All
So
alive
where
and none of
are
us are
all of you?
ghosts.
Oh, do try to
Darcie and I
talk.
are at the front.
Try to talk only one at a time.
We're at the engine.
Hi.
Who's we?
Darcie, Sam, and Henry and I. And
Wilhelmina.
what's the order?
I'm at the other end of the train.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
So you could shoot a fireball down the whole length.
What?
Yeah, do you
Well,
want
I
one?
suppose depends on where Chastity is.
I mean,
I mean, that
we
would
could
be
launch
off.
a
In the
fireball.
middle.
It's fireball.
Unfortunate.
So
Oh.
could I not be in the middle before you do that?
Yeah, that scraps that plan.
Well-
have you come across any more vampires?
Yeah.
I found the main one.
Huh.
You found the main one.
No, not recently. But he's around. Seems to have
Yes,
picked up
I noticed.
that Mueller doctor and hoisted him off somewhere.
Huh.
Hmm.
Honestly, at this point, I have no idea what he actually wants.
Yeah,
Possibly revenge.
for what? Revenge. What did he do? What?
I don't really want to go into that.
Revenge for you. I thought it was about the technocracy. Or the reason, sorry. That Darcie would not know.
No, there
what
was the whole thing
technocracy
about
is.
throwing stuff at his head, so...
You threw stuff at his head.
Well, not me. But yes? Yeah, no, I definitely clocked him a good one. Or tried to. So anyway, he might try try and kill me. Maybe.
So we could use you as... No. I don't want to say bait. But like...
No, please do say bait. I would love to be bait so that I can
Let's use her as
punch
bait.
him in the fucking face.
So, obviously, he's not going to get out until the sun goes down. Vampires.
Hmm. I have no idea at this point. I am pretty sure he's capable of anything he puts his mind to.
Hello, Wilhelmina Barrow here. She leans over. So what do we have working for us? You have the world's greatest engineer
Mm-hmm.
making sure the train still works and controlling the systems within. I could try to open as many of the shutters as possible, but we are headed into a sandstorm. Whether or not it's a real sandstorm or not has to be seen.
Can we stop the train? So we don't go into the sandstorm?
And don't bring a whole bunch of undead monsters to the next city?
Mm,
You're not going to say something like there's no break on this thing, is there?
If you
there was a break. Yes, of course there was a break.
Was.
And yes.
broke the break,
No, technically, I did not break the break. Technically, my departed compatriot did when he fell on it and broke the lever. I could get it working, but it would take a little bit of time. There are backups, of course, and the emergency brakes, but at the speed that we're going right now and with the tracks being freshly laid, I wouldn't recommend it.
Right. I don't know anything about trains, so...
no.
Train goes off the tracks, it's bad. We die.
Probably.
Or we could stop the train.
Yeah.
There are ways.
Yeah. When you said they couldn't do not science, does that mean literally or figuratively? Like you'd prefer we don't? Or is there something like blocking us?
I wouldn't do it inside of here. This is my safe space.
Is that just the engine you're talking about then?
It's predominantly the engine, although I love the rest of the train almost as much. Are you the one that's
Do
been
you love
burning it?
steerage?
Isn't-
No, steerage was attached at the end against my wishes. Actually, I think you remember overhearing that she
that
really
sounds about
didn't like
right.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
The last car that actually matters to me is probably the Sandringham or the Rosewood.
I'll
Strangely,
pretend I
you-
remember what the names are.
You are in the Sandringham car right now, Chastity. You're in the cargo car that is 2 cars away from the coach car that all of the steerage car, basically. Which is wait, is that where Joe's calling from? You just realize? You're like literally like 50 feet from her.
It does take a moment for Chas to actually register like that she's in one of those named rooms because she has not been paying attention to her named cars.
Oh, pardon me. You're in the next car over. My mistake. So yes, you're 1 car over.
Even closer?
So you're like on the other side of like a door.
Hold on. Just one of you two hold this, and she'll shove the phone receiver thing into whoever is closest. It's probably Trot. Let's be real. Just hold that. I'm gonna go check.
This is Inspector
And
Trot.
Chest is gonna go over to the door and like try and open the connector to get to the next.
It will open, and
Josephine
you
should be.
will open it and see Josephine standing next to the door holding a receiver. About 90 Indians asleep in various positions inside of this train car, and
Oh, the old guy.
the old guy sitting there holding the spine of a child on his lap. It's been carved into a walking stick.
Huh.
Hi.
You wanna come this way?
Why?
Just
I think this
There's
would
a
be
lot
a
of
much
people in
safer
here.
place for you to be.
Yeah.
oh.
Perhaps you should
Okay,
bring
come.
your friends in here. You could go into the loo with Mr. Beckett.
What?
Chastity. Vormas Chastity.
Chastity, can you do me a favor? You can make me an intelligence, and now because you were not raised there, give me a difficulty 8, intelligence and politics, or intelligence and status in either of your traditions.
Oh, I don't think I actually have any status in anything.
Also, anybody who has the
And I
phone
do
off
not
the
have
hook
politics.
can please give me, that's Evelyn and Darcie, intelligence plus politics or intelligence plus status.
Yeah, I can only do this as intelligence.
You may roll it.
Status would
Okay,
be a
unless-
write-in, right?
Yeah, it would be right in background.
Yeah. It's a background. So
Ah, yes. Nope.
What were the options?
Intelligence and politics, or intelligence plus your status if you have any. I don't believe you do.
Yeah,
No.
I do know. No success for me.
Okay.
I just
no
remember
success.
this guy
So-
being scary.
What's the negative then if you don't have a knowledge?
Normally you can't roll it, but I'm just saying it's difficulty 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
'cause
deductive apply at
yeah.
all?
No, it will not.
I'll say I can't. I don't have anything, so I was just not gonna roll.
You can just roll your end.
Cool.
2.
2.
2. Both of you know that you've
9
heard
and
the
a
name.
10.
You have heard the name Vormas. Not too much about him, but enough to know that he is an Archmagus. Or Archmagus. He's an Archmage. Meaning someone who has attained sphere levels above 6.
Now would that kind of click into the I'm trying to find the chapter, but when Darcie did that resonance scan on that old man and didn't get like a
Yes.
lot of detail, but she got like, oh, bad vibes.
Yes, for those who got the resonances, you know what? I'll just repeat the resonances for those who were around this guy. I'm not going to bother with what flavor they are. I'm just going to give you the adjectives, okay? Enduring, preserving, black, divine, murderous, rotting.
Oh, Darcy's just gonna hear Darcy say through the phone line, very concerned, and the clicking. That makes sense.
It is a pleasure to meet young, aspiring mages.
Yes, very much so. It's
I-
a pleasure to meet you, sir.
I do not mean to step on your toes,
Oh, not at all. Please.
but it appears we are dealing with an ancient vampire, a Methuselah, one who has been around for thousands of years, and has great power. Are you willing to do what is necessary?
what would that be?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
They're definitely willing to hear out all ideas at this point.
Yeah.
Good. Then together, we will seek to achieve balance on this train. There is a debt that must be repaid. A debt in blood.
Would anybody like a sword?
And I think that's a great place for us to call a game.
It really is. Yeah.
That really is. Darcy's gonna be like, I did lose my dagger, so yeah.
Nice. little pop up. Vormos has joined the party.
Yeah.
Chats is so scared.
As you should
Yeah.
be. He's terrifying.
It's like, no, please, sir, step away. Like, step on any toes you feel like.
Yeah.
I will not say anything. I will not say shit to you.
Yep. Yep.
Josephine's just
You
like,
could squash me.
terrifying, yes, but also I know a lot of terrifying Chakravanti, so it's just like,
Yeah.
Darcy's like, I'm glad he's on our side.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
now.
He only,
yes,
he
for
only
now.
has entropy 7,
yeah.
right?
Yay.
Me with my entropy 4 just being like, hi,
Right?
don't hurt me.
He's too busy to
Please
hurt
don't
you.
squish me.
He's too busy.
I will
And
stay out
Darcy's
of
like,
your way.
okay, we can't blow up the train because there's all those people that he's probably protecting, so no blowing up the train now.
Right? God, Vormos is such a cool character when you play him weird. The reveal of Vormos being there the whole time has been something I've been so excited about. This entire game, and I'm just like, wouldn't it be great? You got Beckett, and like when Beckett was revealed, you guys were like, oh, it's Beckett. It was like a big deal, right? And it's like, Beckett's not the important one on the train.
Well, he was at the time.
He was at the
Was
time, I know.
time.
I know, but who's the surprise after Vormos? Literally just the
Rattray?
no, it's literally just the unnamed sitting in a car. Some guy who's like so black he actually just like a cut out of space, being there like, hello. If you've read Ascension, you get the reference, and it's a dumb reference. The first Nefandi just sitting there going, hello. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to be back in 2 nights on Wednesday because this is a Mage double feature week as we go and we fight a vampire, a Methuselah.
Vampire. Vampire. It's fine.
fourth
I've got
or-
my fire
Fine.
ready and my
A four-
paradox.
And it's during the day. I definitely was like, oh my god, I'm glad he's not a Bruja. I'll just put it that way, because a Ravnos, you might actually have a chance against that if you can get past his fortitude, because the fun thing about this is that he's got phenomenal power, but even a Methuselah only has so many points of willpower, and a lot of his disciplines rely on willpower, and he blew a bunch of them on Chastity. Yeah, right. But then again, I also know his blood pool, so good luck, guys. But
I'm very curious because I've switched up my life specialty, so Darcy's gonna have some fun time. I took shape shifting as my specialty,
oh, nice.
so Darcy's gonna
Turn yourself into a werewolf. That's what vampires hate.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, God, turn yourself into a giant wolf. Would be like Twilight. Yep. Rawr. But enough sparkling. Let me just say a big thank you to everybody who watches this episode. Thanks for the patience during the delay. We had a bunch of live stuff come up that kept us from running stuff. I'll be announcing some of those live events like pretty soon. Some of them are good. Some of them are horrible. But I will share them with you soon enough. Like I share everything with my patrons. That's right, because this is my time to thank our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, the people who have let me survive and eat and breathe and occasionally sleep. A big thank you to our guided DM, the Big Fan of Noise, our divine producers, my parents, Shyconde Vermillion, Roland Riggs, and Michael Drizzt. Our wizards of the Patreon are the Ink Goblin, Crush, Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster maker is Solomon. Our high council is Taryn, Tammy, Amberthist, Iron Warrior X, Chef Aladeth, Raven with Baubles, Nerdy Metal Gent, Cookie Mon Steve, Lord of Zoinks, and Andrea Gresham, and all of the rest of you are absolutely amazing. One last thing I have to say before we go, and that is we have game on Wednesday this week. Next week, or this weekend, I guess I should say, we are going to be away. Myself, Christine, and Robin are going to be at GameCon Canada in Edmonton, where we have a panel on running session zeros for your games. as well as I'm running 2 paid games. I'm running a module for Dungeons & Dragons that I wrote for our backer kit. And one of those games is sold out. So if you would like to join, one of them is still open. I have no idea how many seats there are left, but it's a pretty reasonable amount, and the money goes mostly to me to help me afford the plane tickets that it took to get there. So consider doing it. It'll be fun to play with you at a table and to run you through some very flavorful D&D that just barely feels like D&D, really. It mostly just feels like I could go on about it for a while, but it's a really fun module. But I hope to see you at GameCon Canada, but I'll see you on Wednesday first. So with that, we'll see you later, everybody. Everyone, do me a favor. The chat bought you 2 experience points. I'm going to give you 2 experience points. Take 4 experience points total. Oh, pardon me. The chat bought you a 5th point of experience. Right there. I just saw it. So take 5 experience points. And while they're doing that, I'm going to give you one final fun announcement. So we have not ran in a while since before our backer kit finished. So if you are fans of Mage the Ascension, I am very pleased to say that, and I'm not sure if I announced this before, but 2 new Mage Chronicles are going to be launching thanks to this backer kit. They are Mage the Ascension, the Sword of Damocles, which Chris Rowan is going to be running. I'm going to be playing in it, as are some of the people you see on the screen right now. And it is a game about the end of the century, the 1990s, with the Order of Hermes and all of the fun that entails. And Robin is going to be running a game probably in the new year called Technocracy, the Nuclear Family. The first game of both of those, the pilot episodes we ran for Extra Life, are up on YouTube right now. But hers is a game set in the 1950s/60s, somewhere in there, in the Fantastic Four era.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
something like that. In the mod.
Yeah, something like that. In the mod, exactly. It's like it's the
mod
nuclear
era.
age, basically. Yeah.
And it's going to be really fun. It's about a bunch of technocrats who have to pretend to be a family. And I get to be daddy. I got to figure out the mustache paradox. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And the last thing I have to say is that this game, when it ends, is going to be replaced by Mage 1999 or Mage 99. Which is our 90s Mage game that's going to run while we are preparing to run book 4 of this. And the art is in progress from our good friend Sam Young. So I'm excited about that. But I'll tell you more about that on Wednesday. We'll see you then. Good luck, mages. And don't let the vampires bite. Good night, everybody.